Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, which means that I help you feel better and perform better because I'm a flow state coach. So today I want to talk about expecting miracles. You know, a lot of us in this 21st century, we don't expect miracles to happen. We think it's impossible. We think that it's unnecessary, it's not feasible, doesn't sound right. Whatever, we've lost this connection to the spiritual. And that seems to be the missing piece in a lot of people's lives. Notice that in moments of despair or hunger or near-death experience, a lot of people access these spiritual states of being. Why is it that we access these spiritual states when we feel at our lowest? Because it starts to take us away from safety. Okay? It starts to take us away from the conditioning of safety, or the foundation that we think we have in the hierarchy of needs. You'll notice that safety is one of the core pillars, right? So if you take away the safety, it helps us to ponder the infinite, because we've taken away the base. This is my own understanding. Excuse there's going to be some construction noise here. It's been happening the entire day. But anyway, I got to get this message across. So, what I've done is, in my dictionary, I've taken out certain definitions. Okay? I have blacked out the word failure. There's no such thing as failure, okay guys? No such thing as failure. Failure is just an event. It's not an identity. And it overcomplicates things, okay? It really does. You don't need to be putting these negative words in your vocabulary. Another word is impossible, okay? Now, if you know Stephen Kotler's coming out with his new book, The Art of the Impossible, this is no way a plug for that book. But just understand that the flow state, you know, before they had certain amount of waves that you could surf, they thought it was impossible until one surfer came along and then crushed that. And there have been really big accolades in terms of extreme sports where someone that thought that this level of attainment was impossible but then surpassed it. This is where we have things like the Guinness Book of World Records, right? Where people have broken an actual record of something. A recorded event, right? A record. So maybe that's the only recorded event, but think about the events that haven't been recorded yet. Okay? So that means you have to be really, really aware of the fact that impossible is just what we can see, what we can experience right now, what we can understand right now, what our knowledge at this current moment allows us to breach the perimeters of what is normal and what is possible, right? So impossible, I've taken that away from the dictionary too. And every single day I come to this understanding that this is a game of character design. Specifically, you got to design your character in such a way that miracles become the norm. Okay? Now, this doesn't mean you have to be a saint. This doesn't mean you have to have infinite wisdom. This doesn't mean that you have to practice humility all the time. It does not mean that you have to be ultra spiritual all the time. It simply means that you are connected to nature, to the cosmos, that you're not separate from it. But it is a part of you. We can access this within ourselves. And it is with our energy that we can choose to direct that energy towards what we want. And a lot of times, you do notice miraculous things happening, primarily through the use of placebo. You notice that it's our own body that does the healing. Our body needs that signal, it needs that permission slip, it needs that allowance. It needs to be allowed to heal. But we don't give ourselves permission to heal. We don't give ourselves permission to expect miracles or tap into the miraculous. If you can just simply set the intention, the start of your day, that today is a miracle, and I'm going to have a miraculous day today. Or you can simply ask yourself, what is miraculous about this moment? Or how can this day get even more miraculous? How can today get even more miraculous? Okay? And then slowly, your reticular activating system, which is your selective focus, will go into noticing the miracles that are happening. Because we could be refreshed each and every millisecond. Each moment, we can feel new again. But it's simply a decision. So you can decide right now, blank slate, I'm going to drop everything, miracle time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Miracle time. Shout out to Miracle J, which is a name given by one of my mentors, AZD, in the Lion's Den program. Okay, Miracle J is a person who is an incredible human being. Shout out to you, brother. He's gone through a very physically tragic event where he's hurt his arm, he's hurt the side of his head, and his entire body was injured. But slowly, through pure momentum and willpower and decision, he's continuing to work on his character, continuing to work on his body, and surpassing a lot of the people in the group simply because he chose to. And that goes to show you the power of miracles. Okay? Miracles don't just happen out of the blue. We have to create the circumstances, the allowance, the permission for miracles to happen. Put miracles on your calendar. Like, I'm expecting a miracle at 4 p.m. today. I'm expecting a miracle at 8:52 in the evening time. Even if that doesn't happen, the spontaneity of the moment will allow it to happen. You get what I'm saying? The real art of nirvana, or attaining these, let's say, non-ordinary states of consciousness, NOSC, to actually get there, you have to be, as Bruce Lee says, consciously unconscious or unconsciously conscious, which means your subconscious mind has to come through. Your hemispheres have to synchronize. So, expect the miracles today, chime them in, make them physical, physicalize them in your physiology and in your day through your action steps, through the momentum that you generate. Momentum is generated, it's not just the norm, right? Our baseline isn't momentum, our baseline is peace. But everyone tries to get to peace, but all you're doing is you're getting to your baseline again. Okay? You're like, I just want peace. I just need peace. I need to be peaceful. You are a peaceful creature. But you're holding tension, you're holding conditioning, you're holding patterns in the body and the mind that are making you realize that this is not the norm. That peace isn't my norm. That miracles are not the norm. But actually, as we've seen so far, miracles do happen. Random healings, insights, different transmissions, different downloads that we get as we start to notice that each of us actually can access these spiritual powers, but they're clouded by our own limits and judgments about ourselves and others and all this toxicity. They're clouded by the toxicity. So what can we do? We've got to heal. We've got to understand that peace is our baseline. We've got to expect miracles. I hope you have an incredible day today, guys. May the flow be with you. Hit that subscribe button. Stay legendary. I'll see you guys next time.